Jingle, 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 jingle. Oh, what's that? Mage, it's snowing. It's snowing outside because it's Christmas. That's right. The true Christmas holiday is upon us.
There's like 8 inches of snow yesterday where I live.
That's right. It's 8 inches of snow day on January 6th.
Not to be confused with 12 inches of snow. We already did that one.
Yeah, although, fun fact, Snow, one of the 3 wise men who met baby Jesus after his birth. The Bible doesn't specify who those wise men were, but I'm pretty sure it was Snow. I have a cork board with some push pins inside of it that make a pretty convincing case.
Yeah. Well, the Bible doesn't say it wasn't him.
That's like 90% of my evidence.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not going to be mean.
Who do you think brought the frankincense? Only Canadians know about frankincense.
Yeah, I don't know what frankincense is.
I think it's like fuck, I know this one. It's like incense. Something you burn. Something that you burn. Anyway, Merry Christmas to all of our fans in the Orthodox Christian and also Alawite community. We're the #1 podcast among Alawites of the greater Eastern European area, and we're very proud of that title.
Oh yeah, they do love listening to 2 godless heathens.
Because you know what? We have the correct opinions on Bashar al-Assad, as we've already mentioned. But enough about that.
Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to the Foxx and the Mage podcast.
I'm the Fox.
And I'm the Mage.
And this episode, we are looking at 2 unusual pop detours by some pretty well-known turn-of-the-millennium pop stars.
Oh yeah, specifically we're looking at Kelly Clarkson's 2007 album My December.
And at Nelly Furtado's 2000, I want to say 4 album Folklore.
2003.
Damn it, so close. Folklore. I should have written it down.
Yeah,
That's on me.
Not to be confused with Taylor Swift's seminal 2020 album.
Or the concept of lore based on folk cultures.
And the Kelly Clarkson album is not to be confused with the Linkin Park song.
The Kelly Clarkson album is also not to be confused with the fact that My December is in fact January because the true day of Christmas is January 6th.
Is that what the writers were doing?
Well, this is Kelly Clarkson's most personal album to date.
God help me, that was 5 years ago. Yeah, oh yeah. This is okay. So both of these albums are very different. Yeah, like we said, they're detours in both the discography. There's also a theme that they undersold compared to the albums that came before and after.
Yeah, audiences got one look of this, and they were like, "We liked your old stuff better." Kind of tragic, but
it is. It's like. So with My December, so this is the only Kelly Clarkson album where she co-wrote every single song.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the point, that she wanted to get her full artistic vision out, and she fought the studio over it.
Yeah, and you can tell because from the very first single that was released from this album, it was clear that this was a new era for the artist Miss Clarkson, and I can totally understand I'm not to say that whatever industry rule number 4080, but if I'm an executive, I'm like, oh, this is like a risky gamble. And to put it mildly, I think you might be a little warmer on this than me, but regardless, it's certainly an unusual turn for the woman known for winning American Idol and bright, shiny pop rock songs like Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's that unnatural. I do feel like that. I feel like that was kind of just. I feel like that is a natural progression, especially in the 2000s. Since eventually, I feel like I feel like pop stars they either went darker or they went sexier. Or they went.
I guess that's true. It was a bit of the dying of the Y2K era. But then, Kelly Clarkson released Stronger a few years after this, and that song put her back on top of the world. So,
oh no, that happened before Stronger. There was she got put back on top of the world with My Life Would Suck Without You, which is on the album between this and the one with Stronger.
Oh, is that what? Oh, okay. Sorry, I mixed up my timeline. I didn't grow up listening to Kelly Clarkson. Full disclosure.
I didn't either, but 2000s pop rock is definitely something I'm very nostalgic for. Even though I got into a lot of that in the 2010s.
Respectable.
I think in general, I like to talk about pop more often. We don't do that a lot.
That's true, and I was kind of thinking about that when listening to this. That I guess the most popular albums before this one that we talked about were that Eminem and Black Keys episode, and neither of those are pop by the term of the genre is defined as.
Yeah,
they were popular, but no.
It's like we met from a YouTuber from a YouTuber who talks about pop music primarily. So that is kind of baked into our relationship.
Whoops. Sorry about that, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the change of pace.
Yeah, and especially to talk about the change of pace within these artists. It was interesting to look deeper into something where maybe before I only knew Kelly Clarkson singles or Nelly Furtado singles, but with going into the deep cuts, especially on albums like these, which are very personal for different reasons, but certainly you get a lot out of hearing the songs that don't make it to radio and pop music.
I will say I had listened to the full album Breakaway a few years ago, and it is a good album. I'm not hot on every song. I've actually never been that big of a fan of Because of You, but I kind of blame that on the key change.
Meanwhile, I know Breakaway, the song, because it was on an American Idol karaoke video game.
Yeah, it would be. But Breakaway is one of my favorite pop songs of the entire 2000s.
Oh. Big claim to stake. Big claim. I see.
I mean, yeah, it also helps that it was written by Avril Lavigne.
That tends to help a lot of songs, yes, especially in that decade.
It was supposed to be on Let Go, even.
Ooh.
She just left it off because she felt it didn't fit.
Nodding. I see.
But yeah, so basically with My December, she butted heads with the studio a lot. So in order to release her artistic vision, she didn't obviously there were still co-writers, but she did write with every single song on this album, which is the only album where she's done that.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows in the lyrics. Some of these lyrics are very personal. Actually, no, they all are.
Yeah, it is, and you can tell this is very much written by Kelly Clarkson. On every song.
For better or for worse.
For better and for worse.
Alright, so the first song was actually a modest hit. Actually, no. Well, it was a year-end hit. Never Again.
Yeah.
Like it was a year-end hit, but it was the only year-end hit of this album. Pretty sure it was actually the only hit of the album. And when you compare that to the previous and next two albums she would release, that is underwhelming for commercially.
It's the type of hit that gets popular because of inertia from the pop star's general success, and then the audience kind of has a delayed reaction, and then the rest of the singles suffer as a result.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this. This is actually, so Never Again. I think it's a better righteous anger song than Since You've Been Gone.
I mean, my thing with this song is it would be good except for the fact that it sounds very bad.
Oh, I love how it sounds.
I just, why does she sing the word sucks like that? That's such an awkward word to shout in the way that she does. There's too many consonants. You're moving your mouth too much. Surely there's a better word that rhymes with hurt she could have used.
Oh yeah, it doesn't rhyme at all. But like the way she's she's delivering it so well that I simply don't care.
I don't know. To me, that's like kind of a nail on the chalkboard sound. Just something about it just really doesn't scan correctly.
Yeah, that is fair. Though I guess it also say that it is a bit of an omen, considering that this is her presenting her artistic vision. This is her at her most singer-songwriter ish.
Yeah. It's also her at her most post-grunge.
I guess. I never really didn't get post-grunge vibes from this so much as just general 2000s alt rock.
Yeah, this
like the Avril Lavigne style.
This song is the chicken to Seether's Fine Against Dinosaur.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means.
Ha, told you my fucking thoughts are cryptic.
I mean, they weren't cryptic on the notes.
Well, they are now. Gotta up my game.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is not my favorite Kelly Clarkson song because again, Breakaway exists. But like, I'm going to defend this song to the day I die, and like I've always liked it a lot.
I mean, it's a 5 out of 10 song for me. I don't hate it, but it really, I feel like it succeeds in just as many ways as it messes up.
I'll also say the next song though definitely changes things up.
Yeah, real big change up. Okay, so this is the type of single that the label is like, okay, that first single did really, really badly. Let's try and get the people on our good side with something you can dance to.
Oh yeah, 1 minute is a Dance the Pain Away song.
Yeah. Which,
and we love Dance the Pain Away songs here.
We do. And I fuck with this kind of heavy.
Same. Like I like that. I like this being back to back with Never Again. It's like as like a sort of alternative to expressing the same emotions.
Yeah, and it really does. Like I said, the last song was post grunge sounding. I stand by it. This one is much more electronic, even electro-clashy at points. It feels more like the type of dance pop song you would expect someone like Kelly Clarkson to make, but a much more edgier. No, maybe not edgier is not the right word, but like I'll say gothic rendition of it.
Yeah, there's a bit of gothic overtones throughout this entire album, even down to the aesthetics. Like, I'm pretty sure she dyed her hair black for this era.
Oh yeah, and that album cover is like, oof. It's like if you asked like Dolly 2, like the original AI thing, to generate a Hot Topic T-shirt, it might look like this album cover.
Yeah, this was 2007. But by that point, the whole scene thing was kind of on its way out.
I say that with love as somebody who would have shopped at Hot Topic if I wasn't too fat to fit in any of the clothes.
We didn't have a hot topic immediately around me. I don't know. I don't think I ever would have gone though. I've been to Spencer's though. Spencer's is cool.
Yeah, Spencer's is tight. I was just talking
Yeah.
with my okay, like tangent. Sorry, I was just talking with my friend Scar when they came to visit. But Spencer's is like the only thing that's resisting total homogenization. Like, if you go to stores like Box Lunch or Hot Topic or Fye, they all kind of sell the same things now. But Spencer's, because they sell things like sex toys and weed paraphernalia, they'll just do whatever they want, and
Oh yeah.
nobody will like, yeah, touch them. It's
I bought
awesome.
I bought a Spikes choker there, but also an Aaliyah shirt, a TLC shirt, and a Mario shirt.
Damn. See, you can't get those kinds of things at like Box Lunch.
Yeah.
This is the number one podcast of opposing box lunchification of American retail
Oh yeah.
among
But
Alawites.
anyway, 1 minute also gets my approval. I do love the groove on this.
Yeah, this one, I like this one from like the first time I heard it. It was really good.
Yeah, like never again into 1 minute is a great 1-2 punch to open up the album. But I'd also say it's the strongest point of the album.
You, I don't know if I quite feel that way, but I don't know, maybe. It's certainly the song I would like go back to listening to the most.
Yeah, Hole, on the other hand, is continuing continuing the alt rock tones, but it is starting. I'm starting to get a little tired of it already by this point.
Mm. Yeah, this one feels. I mean, I think my biggest problem with this album is the fact that, okay, like Kelly Clarkson, this is the first album in which she has like a writing credit on every song. But this is like, and again, maybe I'm wrong, but to my understanding, this is the first album where she goes with this many songs into negative emotions on just about every track. And for one way or another, she's just not good at talking about these emotions in writing. And so you end up with lyrics like, "There's a hole inside of me."
Yeah, it is.
You want to give that do a second draft, Kelly? Come on, I know you can do this.
Yeah, it's like This is her. Yeah, this is her putting. Was her putting her? Hope this wasn't her putting her best foot forward. Like, I don't think it was. Like, no, it definitely wasn't. Because she has better songs on the album, and that arguably have as lyrics that operate on the same level. It's just that the song crafting isn't there either, like in the music itself. Because like the riff on this is basically just "Black Magic Woman" by Santana, if you'll pay attention to it.
I was wondering why I liked it so much. Yeah, I mean the riff, not the song itself, but yeah, the riff, that does make a lot of sense.
I'm sure it's I don't know if it's probably not the most common riff out there, so it might just be me stretching, but like I don't know, that was just where my mind went to. It just made me think I could be listening to that instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. And then with between that and the lyrics being this basic, it really doesn't do this song any favors.
Yeah. But luckily with the next song, Sober, we slow things down a bit.
Yeah, this one is much better written.
Yeah, it's like alright, we're at the fourth song. We need to do something else now.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna do a ballad. And that's something Kelly Clarkson is pretty much known for, is her ballads. Like, it's not the only thing she's known for, but like that's what she got big off of.
Yeah, I mean, Breakaway is a ballad. That one,
yeah,
huge.
So like, it would make sense to hear her do a ballad in her new dark, edgy style. And what it's like when it's all her. And you know what? It works.
Yeah, it is. It's very personal, complimentary, and I think this. Yeah, some of the lyrics are. I guess that's my thing. Like the worst lyrics on this thing are like actively distracting. The best lyrics are fine, and like the best lyric in this song, which may be one of the most memorable ones on the album, was, as Kelly admitted herself, not written by her. A friend gave it to her.
That's a recurring theme I've noticed throughout this album. It's like you can tell. It's like you can really tell what you can really tell how much is a Kelly lyric at times, because sometimes she kind of goes a bit much.
Yeah.
Like remember. So the same album that has Stronger has the song Einstein, and that has the infamous line "dumb plus dumb equals you."
Oh, yes.
So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess her songwriting just feels like a mixed bag. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. And like nobody bats 1,000, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but like on this song though, I think she knocks it out of the park.
Absolutely. It is very, very powerful, very personal. I think that constant 3 months refrain adds a lot of personality to this song that I think would otherwise keep it like saying that like she's been sober for 3 months at the time of the songwriting. Like so much of the song's weight is being carried on that, but it really does like complete this picture of what she must have been going through.
Yeah, and you know what that. So yeah, that. So I don't actually no, I wouldn't call this the best ballad on the album, but like this is definitely one of her strongest pieces of songwriting.
Oh,
Like it's a better written song than Never Again, even though I like Never Again more as a song.
I didn't mention it, but the line I was alluding to that she didn't actually write was picked all my weeds but kept the flowers, when she's talking
Yeah.
about like her self recovery, which she said her friend gave it to her, and I'm like, oh hey, that was memorable. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, okay.
I don't think that takes away from the song though.
I mean, of course, no, not really, not at all. Actually, because I'm not like a 5-year-old who thinks that, well, she didn't completely write the song, then it's awful. And like, yeah, it's a good. It's just, again, this is the woman who wrote "dumb plus dumb equals you," and it was like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be everywhere. I nailed that one.
The next song, "Don't Waste Your Time," is a response to a response, and I just don't care.
Yeah, Euphoria. This is not.
Yeah. So specifically, this is addressed to her ex, David Hodges, who you would know as the male vocalist on Evanescence's "Bring Me to Life."
Wake me up. He's the wake me up guy.
Yeah, which he wasn't even supposed to be in the song at all. You can thank the studio for that.
Yeah, they were worried if a song was just had completely female vocals that metal fans would get bored and turn it off.
The 2000s. How you fascinate me a lot.
Oh yes.
But yeah.
Oh yes.
So specifically, this is responding to a song he wrote about her. Okay, so David Hodges wrote "Just a Little Girl" in response to Kelly's "Behind These Hazel Eyes," which was a big hit and is a great song.
Yep.
And that song was about him. So yeah, this is just a response to a response, and like "Behind These Hazel Eyes" is a great song, but I don't care about the response, any of the responses.
Yeah, it's hard to care about a song. Excuse me. It's hard to care about a song like this conceptually when you aren't really invested in, let's be real, like ancient celebrity drama.
Yeah, and also again, there's the fact that this is yet another Kiss Off song, and this has to share an album with Never Again.
Mm, true. Yeah.
And like, say what you will about that, but "Never Again" is an actual song that someone would that is an actual song that became a hit, and you can tell why it became a hit. It actually has the hooks.
Yeah, and you can listen to it and like understand it and appreciate it without having to know a bunch of Perez Hilton articles from 2005.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go through literally decades old tabloids just to get context for this. I don't even want to go through day old tabloids.
No, nor should you have to.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So I guess this you're enjoying the song will depend entirely on how much you care about decades old celebrity drama. Because like the song crafting just isn't there.
Yeah.
I think that also shows that this is probably one of the more personal songs on the album. Then
I mean, yeah.
Seems like she wrote this for herself. Like,
But, she's an
I-
artist.
yeah. So, but like, I just can't do anything with it.
It's really hard to. Yeah, it's like reading someone else's diary and then having to judge it as a piece of art. It's like, man, I don't kind of just don't want to be here. I mean, it's nice, I
Yeah.
guess, but I mean, not to say that the song is like overly personal or a cringe or anything, but it does feel like, yeah, this one was for her, less than it was for the audience. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like
you're
I'm eavesdropping.
you're an artist. You're allowed to do that. It's just, I'm in the again like I'm in that position where I can't do much with it. It's like, what do you want me to do about it?
Alright. Judas, on the other hand, we're changing it up again.
We're shifting sounds.
Yeah, now we got some bleep loops.
Yeah.
Like I tend to like early 2000s bleep loops more than late 2000s bleep loops, but like 2000s bleep loops are good bleep loops in general.
Yeah, they had some nice sounding little synths and boops at the time.
At least. Okay, well, I guess specifically 2009 bleep loops are different, but like I guess we'll just say like just Bush era bleep loops. We'll call them.
Yeah. Because what happened when Obama took office? The Black Eyed Peas took over the world.
Yeah.
With the most mixed bag of legacies in their wake.
Yeah, that's for another day though. But, so in this song, she never actually explicitly says Judas in the lyrics, but like you can already tell what the song is about just from the title.
And I didn't know. I couldn't see. Never thought you'd forget me. Couldn't believe how you deceived. I never thought you'd do that to me. These lyrics are just distractingly bad. It's like, okay, I never thought you'd do that to me. And your song called Judas. It's about betrayal.
It is very simple.
It,
I think this song is carried by the music though, but I feel like that kind of says something.
I want to be clear. This is a good song. I love it a lot. I might like it more than 1 minute, but like those lyrics are just. Maybe I'll learn to ignore them after a few listens, but yeah, this one's good.
I will say, I do feel like it kind of says something if on this singer-songwriter album, if the music is carrying it way more than the actual lyrics.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if this is like her most singer-songwriter album, then she is kind of. Well, yeah, then the music carrying it is kind of should be the other way around.
Yeah, it's like obviously the music itself is important, but like, it just kind of tells me something. It just kind of feels like it just kind of leaves me with an awkward feeling.
Yeah, same here.
And nowhere is that more awkward than in Haunted. Like
Haunted.
this is an Evanescence song, and not a particularly interesting one.
Yeah, no, this is literally, yeah, her just being like, I can do, looking at her ex and being like, I can do your shtick way better than you can.
Like I don't want to do comparisons the whole album, especially on an album like this. But like this is Evanescence. This is just an Evanescence song.
She's kind of inviting the comparisons herself with, how, I guess, how much she's wearing her influences on her sleeve here.
Yeah, and I will say, in this era, Evanescence is not Evanescence is this is probably one of the best times you could be influenced by them.
Oh, yeah.
Though I personally, though, I haven't been into Evanescence in almost 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. I mean, I don't want to say flash in the pan, but they like had their moments, and then they're just kind of remembered by that ember in time. Those two albums, "Bring Me to Life," "Call Me When You're Sober." They didn't exactly change the face of music forever. They weren't exactly, like the My Chemical Romance, so around for the long haul.
They're one of, oh yeah, they are my uncle's favorite band, though.
Nice.
But yeah,
That's like,
I just like even when I was like 16, I just remember one day thinking I don't really, I'm not really into this anymore.
yeah,
Like
happens
I
to
was
many
still into
16-year-olds.
yeah, it's like into them for a month. So, like okay, I will still defend my Immortal though.
Oh, I mean, they got good songs. They just aren't a good
Specifically,
band.
I'm going to specifically I'm defending the album version of My Immortal. I don't like the version that just has the loud breakdown. I just feel like that's too much and kind of defeats the purpose of the song.
Nodding.
But yeah,
I get you.
So if I'm not, so if I don't feel actual Evanescence nowadays, I'm definitely not going to feel watered down non-Amy Lee Evanescence.
Yeah, it's like bad. I feel
Amy
like
Lee's vocals, like Amy Lee's vocals are like the thing you get into Evanescence for.
Yeah, she has like the theatricality to kind of pull off that melodrama in a way that's even resembling convincing.
Yeah,
This is just. I mean, I genuinely do. I feel like I don't like hate songs very often on this podcast. If I don't feeling something, I just say, it's whatever or whatever. But like this song genuinely like upsets me listening to it. It is not a good song.
yeah. I wouldn't say it's not a good song. I just so much as like I could be listening to something else right now.
It's just, it's just not a good sound. These lyrics continue to just be, where are you? I need you. Don't leave me here on your own. Don't leave me here on your own. Oh, sorry. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here on my own.
Feels like a parody.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't leave me here on my own. Speak to me. Be near me. I can't survive unless I know you're with me. It's like, you just break up metaphor dictionary. Just like find a book, stab it with a knife, go to where it points, and then use that metaphor.
Yeah, that is just in general a problem I've noticed with songwriting is that she's too blunt, and I feel like for the music she's going for, it could stand to lose at least a few metaphors or just some kind of imagery.
Yeah, it really does feel like you just I'm eating a pizza crust without any toppings.
And I hate to do this, but like that's also the same problem I have with Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, brr, brr, brr. Shots fired. But like, yeah, I also
Um,
get that. To be fair.
yeah, but yeah,
Shots fired.
Be Still comes next. And I guess this one does slow things down again. I mean, it's better than Haunted, I guess.
Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. I felt like it was a palate cleanser after how like brooding and kind of sludgy that last one sounded. It's maybe I just like this in comparison to the other one, but I felt it was a good ballad.
Yeah, it's neat. Like I will say, it does at least feel like I'm listening to Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, that is true.
And maybe it's another ballad.
It's another ballad, or in
Well, at
ballad
least for the
country.
first, at least for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I kind of like this one a bit. And I should say that this song, when I got to this point of the album, I literally had the thought, oh, yeah, Kelly Clarkson is a good singer. I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah, she's a really good singer.
No, this one, I mean, I liked it, yeah, even before the drums kicked in and kind of took it
Same.
up a notch. I guess these are, pretty clunky lyrics, but I think the instrumental kind of elevates it a bit. And then the vulnerability where she's just saying, I don't want to be tough and I don't want to be found. I don't need to be fixed and I certainly don't need to be proud. You know, basic, but I don't know. Like it's better when everything. It's more tolerable when everything else is like kind of above average for what we've seen so
Yeah.
far.
Oh yeah, the music itself definitely elevates it. Again.
Yep.
I don't quite love it as much as you do, though, but I do still think it's a pretty good song. And I appreciate its place on the album, too.
Oh yeah. It's nice
And then,
after all that noise.
and then there's How I Feel, and the riff on this makes you think this just sounds like, this kind of reminds me of The Good Life by Weezer.
That's just the way that how I feel.
I will say,
That's just the way
I,
of how
I
I
do,
feel.
I do not like Pinkerton as an album. I don't respect it as an album, but The Good Life is a good song. Maybe
Yeah.
Weezer's best.
Yeah, I get that. And this is another one of those songs where you can see her kind of wearing her influences on her sleeve. It's so, okay, you're doing more of a straightforward kind of pop punk type of thing. And then, oh, you are just like copying Weezer and Rivers Cuomo. Again, say what you will about him, but when his lyrics are clunky and blunt and lacking in metaphor, they're often interesting because Rivers Cuomo is such a weird little guy.
Yeah.
But Kelly
Also,
Clarkson is like, this is a breakup album, and like we kind of get it by this point.
also gotta point out a lyric that rubbed me the wrong way. Was it? Yeah. Okay. Trophy wives with the little black books. That one just kind of gave me the ick.
Trophy wise, like this way you're gonna end up here alone. Don't want to live up your wonderful life. Many fans speculate this line is about Kelly's now ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock, who was married to his first wife when he and Kelly met.
When I hear that line about trophy wives with little black books, it kind of makes me think I'm not like the other girls.
Oh, and on that aspect, yeah, I guess that is a
Yeah.
bit. It's
It
like
feels,
Kelly, you won American Idol.
it might.
All the other girls look up to you.
Yeah,
You're their hero.
yeah, this song. So that also kind of further drives home the Weezer comparison, because specifically Pinkerton and my problems with Pinkerton is the misogyny.
Oh, Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is a fun little connection, isn't it?
Yeah. See, that wasn't random. We went full circle. It's like
Nice.
you don't like if you're inspired by Weezer, you don't have to copy that part.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think like it's like no one even I don't even think they were endorsing it, even though like it still icked me out. But like it reminds me of the also from this time the one line in Misery Business.
Mm.
But like
Just let
at
show
least
me
with
live.
Misery Business, yeah, at least with Misery Business, that song has the energy to it that and also it was written by a literal teenager.
It was written by a teenager, and and then that teenage anger is a lot more palpable again because like the rest of the song is like good instrumentally. It's powerful and energetic. You know, her performing it very well. It's very like rough. Also, like yeah, it's like pop punk. You know, the punk part of it means that yeah, they're like express some ugly thoughts and opinions, and you know, I'm sure even at the time she wasn't like you know, maybe that's something she would do in a song, but not in real life, or at least you know, I would assume based on my knowledge of Paramore fans when I was that age, being those
Yeah,
types of
she
girls.
seems. Yeah, she seems. Oh yeah, like Kelly seems pretty feminist. And I know Haley Williams is hella feminist.
Yeah, but then like yeah, like if on a pop punk song you can show like some ugly parts of yourself that maybe you wouldn't do in other genres of music, but I think Kelly is still a little. This album still feels like it wants to be pop too much, and maybe that's why some of the lyrics are as clunky as they are. I don't know. This song, it is like you're right. You're right. There is a lot to think about with this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of fascinating to be honest, but I don't entirely like that.
Oh yeah,
And on the
yeah,
other hand, we have yeah, which is just dumb fun.
yeah. It is such. I go
It's
back
not
and
as
forth.
dumb as it's not as dumb fun as the other song named Yeah, but like I still like this.
Yeah, she really did like just a few years after Usher like put his trademark on that word for like a decade to come.
Yeah, like I knew the Usher song when I was 4. If that tells you, and I didn't pay attention to pop music at all. But like
Oh yeah.
once you hear that beat, you don't forget it.
I can demarcate 2004 in my childhood because of that song just permeating the atmosphere. And then she
Yeah,
writes like kind of pop funk. I can't tell if this is a 3 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. I go back and
oh,
forth on it.
the, I love the vocals on here. That's what sells it for me. That and also the random saxophone at the end.
Vocals are nice. Random sex is nice. But every time I listen to this song, I think in my head of like, you know that Faith Hill song where she tried to go funky? And she went,
No.
yeah, 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 yeah. Bow, down, down, down. Bow. And it's like, not good.
Yeah, I don't know it.
I don't know. Maybe Kelly's just like 10% too Caucasian to pull off the level of funk she's trying to go for here. But,
Oh
you know,
yeah,
I certainly don't hate
yeah,
listening to it.
that is totally fair. She is like this is very much her. She keeps me up.
Yeah, and you can't do Keeps Me Up on the same album you have Haunted and Never Again. Or
No.
at least not executed in this manner. Maybe if it was more dark and brooding or like 1 minute.
Then again, the album with She Keeps Me Up also had their Nickelback's attempt at a political song, and it was the most centrist song ever.
Yeah.
So maybe Kelly Clarkson was setting the blueprints for that.
I feel like Edge of a Revolution is centrist in the way Tulsi Gabbard is centrist, which is to say it has like a bunch of insane opinions from all over that they kind of all congregate to being normal. Like it to be pro
like when
Snowden,
everything
pro Egyptian Spring, pro BLM, pro like just a lot of just pro everything. I feel like most centrists are anti everything. Nickelback was pro everything.
That sounds like just throwing. Sounds like aiming at a dartboard to pick your political opinions.
It sure is fun to do over in Canada, huh? Where your elections are basically make-believe. In America, our elections fuck up the entire world. That's so much pressure to have on your shoulders. You could never. I'm braver than every Canadian.
But at least, hey, we got midterms coming this year, though.
And I will choose wisely.
Same. But yeah, yeah. That was pretty cool. That was a cool song. I will stick up for it begrudgingly.
Yeah, I would catch me on a good day, and I would stick up for this one.
And then there's Can I Have a Kiss? Okay, so first of all, Don't Move, I Need to Remember You Just Like This. It's like the inverse of that one line from Zircon.
Don't move. Yeah, I liked this at first, and then it kind of kept going on, and I was like, maybe I don't.
I respect it more than I like it. This is like this is probably her most palpable depiction of raw desperation. Like this is, in other words, this is probably the most emo song on the album. Like more emo than Haunted ever could be.
Oh, I mean, certainly. I mean, saying "Can I give you a kiss" is as many times as she does it. That doesn't get much more vulnerable than that.
I guess comparison, Haunted style of emo is Metro Station, and this is Cap and Jazz.
What this song feels like to me is the equivalent of when you have one of those Roman candles that only shoots 6 balls, but you're expecting it to shoot 10. And so when it stops prematurely, you're just kind of upset.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
It's like, yeah, again, I respect it more than I like it.
Yeah.
And then, Irvine is just bleak.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard bad things about the city. I will never go to Orange County, California, unless it's to do an Arrested Development fan tour.
Oh God, Orange County.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is technically the last. Okay, not technically the last. It's like, but like, you know, this is the last. This is the last song that's shown on the album cover, on the back of the album.
Hmm.
And it's a soft, cold, somber acoustic ballad.
Yeah, it is very simple. It is very straightforward.
Yeah, but you know what? I think it has some of her best songwriting on the album.
I mean, it is nice to. It's better than I can't say I find it super memorable, but it's certainly a good finisher. It's not the worst track by far. It is kind of hover, maybe around the above middle, just because I do admire how kind of cold it is to end a commercial pop album on something this cold.
Or so you'd think.
Or so you'd think. Because
my favorite
surprise.
Yeah.
We have
My favorite.
Go ahead.
My favorite trope of the CD era, the hidden track.
It's a hidden track time. You didn't see it on the CD listing, but it was a separate song on Deezer, but not Spotify or something. I don't know. I use Apple Music.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, hidden tracks are just weird when they're not on CDs in general.
Yeah, it really has like no reason to like the fun of discovering a hidden track is kind of lost in an era where you can just put as soon as you could put CDs into computers and see the links, like the surprise got ruined for everyone.
Yeah, it's like yeah, oh yeah, I guess that is something I never thought about. That is like since the CDs came out in the 80s, so when you couldn't just put them on a computer back then, and then find out. So I guess the surprise was ruined even before iTunes.
Yeah, I remember grabbing that copy of Nirvana's Nevermind, ripping it to Windows Media Player, and then you're like, oh, something in the way is 20 minutes long? That can't be right. And then you listen to it, and then you're like, whoa, what's this ending the album with? Kurt is so cool.
Yeah, I remember I was confused as a kid with this is embarrassing, but 30 Seconds to Mars, A Beautiful Lie, which has which does that with a hidden track. There's like 10 minutes of silence and then the track. I didn't get that. I just thought it was a mistake. Especially because I didn't know that was a deluxe edition, and there's still 2 songs after that. One of them is a cover of Björk's Hunter, by the way. You want to hear Jared Leto sing Björk? There you go. And he even changes the line, "How Scandinavian of me" to "How American of me." That's how lame it is.
Boo. Boo.
But yeah. Oh, also, by the way, the soundtrack is called Chivas. I don't think we said that.
It is called Chivas, and it's another gentle acoustic ballad with dark themes.
Yeah, but apparently this one was intended to be more lighthearted, but the laugh is kind of all there is to signal that.
Yeah.
I don't see how this is. I don't see how this is lighter than Irvine.
I kind of thought the record, which that does make it, I will say, interesting that the hidden track is kind of the same song as the original version. Like I remember having a CD version of The Offspring's Americana when I was a kid. And that's the album that has Pretty Fly for a White Guy on it. And it ends with a track that's called Pay the Man, but the hidden track at the very end of it is like a reprise version of Pretty Fly for a White Guy done, which is like something now granted, for an album like this, I don't expect the final hidden track to be like a joke or a meme or anything like that, but I think ending with basically the exact kind of the same song as Irvine, but now it has this weirdly pretentious vinyl fuzz over it, seems a bit like unusual.
The vinyl fuzz was weird, especially like. Okay, so this was 2007. Like the vinyl resurgence was just starting.
Oh yeah, and I do like know it, in my head it was ahead of the curve, but I listened to it and I was just like, I don't know. I kind of rolled my eyes. I don't know what to say.
Like it's not nostalgic yet. Like it is starting, but it's still basically just among music nerds at that point.
Yeah, true that.
So yeah, but honestly, I just don't like fake vinyl fuzz in general in music.
Yeah, it's a bit like I don't think it really adds anything to the song.
Yeah. So that was my December.
That was my December actually.
It was our December, Fox.
Give me my December back. Give me my December back.
No, it's mine.
That's changed. Okay, yay! All right, got the
I
December
said
back.
you can't have it.
What? That's not what I heard. I'm going to file a motion to enforce this contract.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah. Yeah, my December was yeah, my December was an interesting incursion. It's like it was nice that Kelly Clarkson got it all out of her system, but like it's just a shame that this just told me that she's kind of not that good of a songwriter.
Yeah, or at the very least, she's not a good songwriter when she's like fresh off of a breakup. And like I've had some pretty bad breakups, so like I get it, but you know that's why you do revision and editing whenever you write things.
Yeah, but like you can make great but like this is another comparison. But Avril Lavigne's "Under My Skin" is basically 13. Is almost all about breakups and about a breakup. It's not all of it is, but like, and most of it does have a similar a pessimistic, somber attitude, and it's one of my favorite albums of the entire 2000s. So, like, you can totally do it.
Oh yeah.
It's just that, yeah. It's just I just think she missed the mark on this. Like, even though because like a lot of them like the music seemed to be carrying most of the album for me, and rather than the songwriting. And on your singer-songwriter album, I think that's a mark against it.
If we wanted to be carried by the music, we would listen to the other pop music.
Yeah, just put on Breakaway at that point.
You did the type of music where people ostensibly appreciate lyricism more, and you just sent in a bunch of Hot Topic T-shirts. And was like, and I'm sure that's like honest to what you felt like during a breakup, but you're just not good at writing breakup songs. There's nothing wrong with it, nothing bad about it. Or actually, no, that's a lie. She's great at writing breakup songs. She's great at writing breakup songs that sound like Evanescence songs.
Yeah, she definitely wanted to be in Evanescence. It sounded like.
Yeah,
but she did bounce back commercially. That's this with her next two albums, for better or for worse. I was like, "My Life Would Suck Without You" is a really good song, I will say. But so is "I Do Not Hook Up."
And now she does karaoke for a living. So she had the last laugh of it all. I wish I could do that for a living. My job sucks.
I will say, I guess it does suck that she went back to Dr. Luke for "My Life Would Suck Without You," but like. I know she said she regretted it, but like, well, it's also, we didn't know back then.
Yeah, I think that was before things were public, and I'm sure she like omitted Dr. Luke because he didn't want to work on an album as risky as My December, not for any like moral reason, or at least I would hope that that's the case if she went back to him. That they departed for stylistic reasons rather than for moral ones.
There's another thing. There is no Dr. Luke on My December. There's also no Max Martin either, because Max Martin was also very central to Kelly Clarkson's production or sound.
Which that does surprise me because some of these lyrics feel very Max Martin. If you know, you know.
Yeah. But. That's all I have to say about My December. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of don't have all that much to say. It kind of wears its heart on its sleeve, and I think doesn't, everything you kind of see is what you get.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yep.
Even more complicated is Nelly Furtado's Folklore, but for different reasons.
Oh, yes. It's time to get folky.
So, I never really thought about it until I did this album, but like, Nelly Furtado is like
Oh, yeah.
Like, I guess I just never thought about it, but like, I just never really thought about Nelly Furtado a lot in general. But like, yeah, she's a real deal. Like she co-wrote or wrote every single song on every single album of hers.
Very impressive for a pop singer. And, she, obviously, like Kelly Clarkson, she had her big moment in the aughts. And, she did come back after this album and she had success before it. But, the peak of her era is kind of encased in amber a bit. So,
Yeah, it's like before this album, she was kind of like this '60s hippie throwback, you could say, like just very wistful and just this flower child. It's like which is a nice vibe of its own. But her more popular image is the album after this, where she went full on sex symbol,
yeah.
and that was controversial. But like, I don't see why. It was like she's owning her sexuality and she's good at it.
Yeah, I mean, like, say what you will about that era, but, like, damn, Promiscuous is a good song.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
I will.
sorry.
I do have to admit. I actually don't really care for "Say It Right" as much as a lot of people do. That's like,
Ooh.
and that's like her big song.
Yeah, well, I think Promiscuous is her big song.
I don't know. I guess it's like I don't say it right has more streams, but like I guess they're about even in terms of popularity.
Yeah.
I love Promiscuous though.
Promiscuous is a good song, and I'm Like a Bird, also a good song. She has
Yeah.
multitudes, and yeah, I kind of wish that an artist as interesting as Nelly Furtado could have made it into the 2010s or even the 2020s, but alas, was not meant to be.
Yeah. But in between those, we got this album, Folklore, where she explores her Portuguese heritage.
Yep. This is an immigrant album, talking about being the child of immigrants, doing immigrant stuff, how weird Portugal is, and
Yeah.
oh, sorry. And also, this album was released basically in response to the fact that because she was a child of immigrants, because she's second generation Canadian, she was hit with a lot of xenophobia. Mage, did you happen to see that airbrushed magazine cover of her
I
from
did
this year?
not.
This year, I'll try and find it for you. I think when you're talking for a bit, but and it kind of influenced the second song slash big lead single, "Powerless" on this album. But yeah, there is a magazine cover where they just like airbrush her face to death, which is odd to me because again, Portugal. This is not a. It's not like it's Portugal. That's a white country. Those are white
Yeah, it's
people.
like Portugal and Spain are white.
They're supposed to be. Or it's like I thought that like we had agreed that that was the case, but I guess not. All right, I just posted that magazine cover in the chat.
Oh wow! Like yeah, they really did her dirty.
She looks like a fucking poltergeist. What the fuck? So yeah, and this entire album I think is just kind of her talking about her cultural identity as a kind of response to a lot of this insane shit that she had to deal with, just kind of being a pop singer in Canada. So, nah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like the Kelly Clarkson album, it's also a very angry and confrontational album, but I would say for very different reasons and for a very different purpose.
oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm also just gonna say that I adore this album.
Oh yeah, this one's a gem.
Like I honestly, I need to listen to more Nelly Furtado because I know this is like I know her other albums don't sound like this, but like thing is though she's a great songwriter too.
Yep.
And I gotta hear,
yeah.
I gotta hear more of her. I gotta see what else she's written that I've missed out on.
Would be worth, going into seeing in
Yeah.
the rest of her discog. Excuse me. I have acid reflux. So I'm going to walk across the room and grab a Tums. You can talk for a minute.
Okay. So the first song, "One Trick Pony," it basically sets the tone of the album. Like she said, she's not a one trick pony. Like she's not just gonna be the she's not just gonna be this flower child that she was on "I'm Like a Bird," on any of the other songs from Whoa Nelly. That she has a lot more to say. Like she is a singer-songwriter, and she is going to lay down in explicit detail her journey of going through her and discovering her heritage.
Yeah. And I will say, like the song, good song. It sets the stage for the album very well. I really, especially like the instruments. And I wish I could find out. I mean, I say I wish I could find out. Like, it's not super easy to find out. But I love the instruments that are being used, like that plucky string thing and some of those percussive hits. Like the slide guitar. Like, it sounds very European, like, in a way that, like, these are just, like, not, like, North American sounds.
This album sounds lush.
We'll say, though, lyricism does borrow a bit from the Max Martin school of writing lyrics, but again, it's pop. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on lyrics for being simple. But she does say one trick pony a lot.
She does, but I also gotta point out, this song does not follow the ABCB format. See, I'll say a lot of songs on this album don't follow that format.
Yeah, it is. It does. This album kind of. I mean, parts of it remind me of like a Primal Scream album. Like, it feels like it's kind of structured in that way, where it's like, it's like vibe heavy, but then the vibe like guides the songwriting.
Yeah.
Into places that, as opposed to just being like a cookie cutter song that happens to have a vibe.
Yeah, and honestly, it really makes the album feel fresh and lively. Like it could go anywhere.
Yep.
And honestly, I think this is a very ballsy way to follow up an album that had two separate year-end hits.
She really did have something to say on this one.
Yeah. And she says it with her full chest on the next song. "Powerless, say what you want."
Say what you want. Yeah, and it's got banjo noises.
Yeah. And I guess this is the one that there's a direct response to that cover.
Yeah, I mean, paint my face in your magazines, make it look whiter than it seems. I mean, it's wider than most people seem.
Yeah, she is going for the jugular on this one.
Yeah, and this one, I guess, the core. If you just listened to the chorus and didn't pay attention to the rest of the song, you could interpret it as a song about, wanting to be yourself in the face of, having a lack of control over other things in your life. But with the rest of the lyrics and everything, and it does tie into something, and maybe that's like the key to good pop lyricism is like you want to, the chorus needs to be simple, but the verses can be as detailed as they need to be.
Yeah, I think that's great pop songwriting right there. You got that hook to draw people in, and then they'll stay for the rest of it.
There you go. That's all you had to do, Kelly.
Yeah.
That's all you had to
do. It's like on the surface, it is kind of a be yourself song, but with all that context, it does give it a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. And how?
Yeah, like that. Like this song is just beautiful. I love it.
Oh, so gorgeous. So
Yeah.
lush.
And then Explode happens.
Yeah. Which, but my first note was, oh great, now she's speaking gibberish. That's how mad she is. And then I listened to the rest of the song and I felt bad about writing that note.
Yeah.
Damn, being
Okay.
a teenager sounds difficult.
This is way darker than anything on My December.
Really, yeah. And basically, this song is. Now, I'm not sure if this is entirely autobiographical or if this is just a story being told, but it's basically about teenagers doing some, like, being involved into some horrendous things, being the victims of some terrible crimes, and just kind of, like, being in a place where you have no hope, no optimism. Things are just bleak.
Yeah, and she's very blunt about it. We criticize My December for being blunt, but you know that kind of blunt, but this kind of bluntness I think works because this actually happens. I feel like for a story like this, you do need to be blunt.
Yeah, that, and then, like, the topics that she's being blunt about, too, makes it, because, like, you know, for the thing about a breakup album is that it is universal, like, I'd say, like, 90% of the human race has, like, been broken up with at some point, or will be broken up with at some point in their lives. You know, it's, a heartbreak is something that we could relate to, but it's also common enough that nobody thinks, like, too down about it. But, you know, when we're talking, like, topics like troubled teens, much heavier, it can cut a lot deeper, and it can, like, really carry for people through a lot more of their lives than a bad breakup could.
Yeah. I still don't quite get what the exploding is in the chorus. Like, if it's anything specific?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to make of that either. I assume it was some kind of slang or something that I might not get. Because this album does start with, like, Portuguese language. Like, the first bits of the Portuguese language we hear on this album are, I believe, on this song. So maybe, like, as we explode, as we, like, oh yeah, peso joga jingaroda, maybe that means something. I did not look it up because I was too busy.
It means way, play, swing, turn.
Oh, I meant, like, the explode metaphor, to see if that meant anything.
Yeah, I don't know. So this could be a cultural disconnect.
Oh, Portugal. You're there on Spain.
Like, my theory is that it's just the negative consequences of the lifestyle.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah. Next up is Try, and just like My December, the fourth song on the album is stripped back.
Coincidence.
Yeah. Apparently, this is apparently about she wants to give her lover what he wants but can't.
Yeah. This one doesn't seem to have a lot to do with the whole Portuguese culture theme, but it probably made for a good little radio thing for the label.
Yeah, and also, like, I do appreciate a detour there. Like as we learned with My December, don't need the whole album to be about all the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. A little breathing room can never did a pop album any harm in the long term.
I gotta say this about both albums, and it's kind of a weird thing, but these are 50-minute pop albums.
Yeah.
Like I know that My December has a bit of an alternative edge to it, so has a bit more leeway to be longer, but like generally pop albums don't need to be 50 minutes.
Yeah, they were ambitious with this one, no doubt
But
about that.
I'll give an exception to Folklore though.
Folklore feels like a, and I feel I would call it just like a folk pop album, and I feel like they also that genre has like a lot more leeway to be like instrumental and expressive.
Oh yeah. Folk can go on for a while. Like the Dylan albums still tend to be 50 minutes.
Although, like for I guess some of the similar reasons, I would imagine a studio or I'm sorry, a record label executive listening to My December and thinking, "There's no way that this is gonna sell the way that her last album did." You know, I feel like with Folklore, just imagining the record exec saying, how am I gonna sell something that sounds like this to, the top 40 stations?
Yeah,
It's
how are we
tricky.
gonna sell to the gringos?
How are we going to sell it to the Canadians? They don't know what any of this Portugal stuff is.
What's up, Portugal?
It's like a place where they get waves, and cocaine is technically not illegal.
Yeah, but yeah, like this would probably be the easiest song on the album to sell to the 2003 North American pop market.
Yeah,
Still lush enough to fit on the album, though.
it's nice. It's a pleasant
Yeah.
listen, and she has a very lovely voice.
She does. And next we got Fresh Off the Boat.
I assume in reference to the sitcom starring Randall Park, Constance Wu, and Ray Wise,
I don't know what that is.
and also the actors who played the kids. It's okay. The celebrity chef Eddie Huang.
No.
Well, he wrote a book called Fresh Off the Boat about coming from an immigrant family living in D.C. Chinatown and then Orlando, Florida. And then it was turned into a sitcom called Fresh Off the Boat, which is how I first heard of that term, which is apparently more common among Asian immigrants or people who actually came to this country on a boat instead of my, immigrant ass family who came to this country by moving from one place next to a river to the other place next to a river.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure
was
that.
not that difficult to walk over a bridge and then lie about how long you were going to spend in this country.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been said about my ancestors, since my ancestors were Irish.
And then quite a boat that would have been indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably went to Ellis Island.
Likely place for them to go. East Coasterners.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. But yeah, I am also I gotta say, there was a line here about plastic furniture, and I just said this, but like I am as gringo as it gets, and so is my immediate family. But I still have memories of sleeping on a mattress with a plastic cover when I was a kid. Like
No.
I would see the static electricity at night.
Yeah, like honestly, that line did kind of make me think because, like, in my head, and granted, I was raised in a part of the country where a lot of people were immigrants, but plastic on the furniture, I never thought of that as an immigrant thing. I always thought of that as like a person who grew up poor, so they want to protect the integrity of the furniture from the wear and tear of having to be used, so that way they can preserve it for as long as possible. Type behavior. It's like more a poor thing than an immigrant thing. Because I've had like members of my family who put plastic on their couch, and I've had ones who didn't. And income security was like a big determining factor in that. So I don't know what
Yeah.
she's talking about.
Yeah, maybe this is just another cultural disconnect. Maybe that's a popular thing in Portugal.
Oh yeah, maybe that's something more normal people do. Maybe that's something you also do if you're like a beach culture and you don't want to get sand everywhere.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Also, this song repeats Fresh Off the Boat so many times it kind of gets irritating.
I don't know. I like it. I like the way she says it.
this song is like I like it, but I don't love it, and this one also feels very Primal Scream to me in that it just kind of goes into both that hook fresh off the boat and then the little Portuguese lines that she says, which translates
So,
to, yeah, you go.
apparently, the bassist for this song played with Beck played with Beck before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out back. And that bassist.
I don't know what specific albums, but like I know this was like right around the time of the Sea Change era.
I guess that would make sense to work on both those albums.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. Sea
Justin
Change was
Justin Meldal Johnson.
yeah, him.
I'm seeing a lot of Paramore. And he did Sex Laws. That's a good one. I like. Oh, he did work. Oh, it looks like he did all of Midnight Vultures and Sea Change.
Okay, okay. Oh, he was on Sea Change. Okay, I figured. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one is also pretty lush.
Yep. Oh, and the new Deaf Heaven apparently.
Oh, okay. That one's random.
Yeah, just Magnolia by Deaf Heaven. I'm like, oh, nice.
So I'm guessing he's just like a session musician.
Apparently, pretty talented one.
Yeah, he seems to be getting a lot of work.
Get that paycheck, Justin.
I can tell from this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool song. I like it quite a bit. I still have it starred, but like, I don't know. I have most of the songs on this album starred. It's just a really good album.
Yeah, there are a couple songs on this album that I just barely don't have starred, and this is one of them.
That's fair.
Which isn't to say that like my opinion of this album overall is still pretty positive, but there are just a lot of songs that just quite didn't make the cut.
Yeah, yeah. Some songs will be like that.
Like I would have loved to have heard maybe a second album, going over these sounds, but 'twas not meant to be.
Yeah.
We say it often,
But
folks.
at the very least, though, we do have the next song, Força.
Força, which I believe is a reference to a Portuguese soccer team.
Football.
Fuck Portugal. I will not call it that.
I wrote football in the notes.
I'm literally going to Monterrey, Mexico in June to go see a FIFA World Cup match, and I'm going to call it soccer there while wearing while wearing a Mexico jersey because fuck you guys. It's just there's nothing wrong with the version of the English language that I speak.
Record that.
Snip it. I will do it. It's going to be Tunisia versus some European country. I hope it's Ukraine who ends up winning. That would be tight.
I don't know anything about sports.
Yeah, but I know a lot about Tunisia. Anyway, yeah. So, but there is like and I like Força is like Portuguese for, well, like strength, power. In Spanish, fuerza means like force or power. So, like, you get Força. I imagine kind of operates under a similar ambiguity. But,
I mean,
yeah.
I know the chorus apparently translates to like a force that no one can stop, like a hunger that no one can kill. Like, it just feels like a song that feels happy to be alive.
Yeah, and I think like a good like a jock jam, like a European style FIFA or soccer music is like a very, it's a new bubblegum pop. It is like brainless, calorieless fun. And then, but yeah, there are like explicit references to soccer when she calls it the beautiful game. She mentions the gold, the green, the yellow, the gray, the red, the sweat, the tears. Which, let me see, is that a team thing? Forza, Portugal, Porto. I see red. I see green. I can't find this team's logos online. My phone's being stupid. Anyway, all this to say, yeah, it's tight. I love it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I'm in a festival.
Oh yeah, I'd go to that festival.
And and it is weird, like being someone who grew up around a lot of Spanish speakers, and then because like you look at Portuguese, it really reads very similar to Spanish, and then you hear it being spoken, and then it sounds like when my Russian friend speaks Russian. It's just unusual.
Alright.
But that's a me thing.
Yeah, next song, The Grass is Green. This, I'll be honest, this one I didn't quite feel all that much. This one just feels more like a breather track.
Yeah, this one I do think was a little more basic compared to the other songs, which maybe speaks more to the strength of the rest of the album. But yeah, this is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, if it did like, if it was a little better, I would like it, which I know is actually axiomatic, but
it does have lyrics I like though. Like, I've got a skeleton that's deeper than my closet, and a bomb that I will drop on it. That I do like that line a lot.
Yeah, that one made me raise my eyebrows, and I was like, okay, you go, Nelly. That's like more interesting than most of my December.
Yeah. It's like even on some of the weaker tracks on here, there's still one or two lines that pop out.
Yep.
But then, Picture Perfect is a song with a sound that I want to swim in.
Yeah, it is a grand and sweeping one.
Oh yeah, like the song seems to be about like, nostalgia for the old country.
This kind of reminds me of that, well, sonically, this reminds me a bit of that Golden Hour by Javake song, If It Was Good.
I thought you were going to say Casey Musgraves for a second. I got excited.
Nope, I'm keep remembering Javake. Somebody's got to keep the legacy of Javake alive.
The only thing I remember about Javake is the weird Drake AI thing he did.
Yeah, that, again, he almost certainly did. I choose to believe it.
But then again, Drake himself is willing to stoop that low, so like, that's not surprising.
Yeah, I can't blame a guy for cashing in on someone when they're, covering their body with sticky notes that have dollar signs on them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about what Javake looks like.
He's got, like, Anglican features. But anyway, like, yeah, no, it's a good song. This one maybe like this one and another song on the album kind of have a bit of a post-rocky quality to me, and I think that is when like this album like is at its like it's its highest highs. Is when she's just going for it.
I never really made the post-rock connection, and I don't think I still don't really agree with that. I just felt it just sounds psychedelic to me, like Jimi Hendrix style psychedelia.
I guess when I say post-rock, I mean in the sense that it's like building and building up to something, and then it releases like like a firework in the sky, just like shimmering into the air, and then it's just kind of relaxing on the shimmering glitter.
An explosion in the sky, if you will.
Bum bum. Maybe I will indeed. We'll get to it.
Yeah. I like the Jimi Hendrix thing didn't come out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure she said that was an inspiration for this song in particular.
Nice.
Yeah, and like it shows in those guitars, but I also want to point out the piano.
Oh yeah.
The piano just makes it that much more gorgeous. I feel like This almost feels like it could be on a Nuggets compilation.
Hmm. Okay. All right, Nuggets. Now you've lost me. Which Nuggets?
Like the first one.
Okay, but like, who are the Nuggets?
Oh no, Nuggets is just a series of it's just a series of compilations of like obscure psychedelic bands and songs
Ah,
that they. The first one came out in the '70s, and they just didn't run them again until like the 2000s. But like, yeah, it's just obscure '60s and '70s psychedelia.
okay. I get that. I get that now.
Like the 13th Floor Elevators on one of them.
Mm, nice
And that's probably
cups.
like the most. That's probably like the most popular band they've ever put on there.
Okay. Got it. Good to know about what to expect from that collection of releases.
Yeah. The next song, Saturdays, is just. It's kind of just a 2 minute ditty, but I like it.
Yeah, Saturday is
It's it's
fun.
just six short verses and no chorus.
And yeah, it is kind of a bit of a demo cut. You can hear her like break and laugh during like 60% of the way through the song, and it's like very cute and charming.
Yeah, I know she said it's like Johnny Cash, but as a 24-year-old girl.
Well, if
Which
Johnny,
I don't know if I would say Johnny Cash, but I get it.
yeah. I mean, in another world, Johnny Cash was a 24-year-old girl,
I mean, he was 24 years old at one point.
and he could have been a girl. Do we know for sure that he wasn't?
So,
If Kurt Cobain can
but
be hit with the egg allegations, I'm just saying.
yeah,
Johnny
but
Cash
also,
loved doing drugs and he loved science fiction. You put the math together.
oh yeah, never forget the Chicken in Black.
Never forget him high as fuck eating cake in the bushes.
Also, I also gotta point out that I really love the call and response when that kicks in the song.
That is cute. I
It
like
was
that
well
little.
done.
I like that little featured vocalist doing those little riffs.
Yeah, but yeah, it just made me happy. After that is Build You Up, which seems to be a deconstruction of that nostalgia that was planted in a previous song in Picture Perfect. Though, that being said, I don't think this one's quite as interesting instrumentally as Picture Perfect.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I
It's still nice. It's nice.
it's nice. I just there's not like a ton I find memorable about it.
Yeah, it's just but like I just appreciate it more than I actually like it.
Yeah, same
Like
here.
it's like saying that, yeah, it's like the memories are nice, but right now you're in the present, and there's no point in living in the past forever. So at this point, just go forward and make new memories.
Yeah, and which that is such a like a good topic to write a song about. I if only the song itself were a little more something to stand out in
Yeah,
comparison to the others.
honestly, we need that. We need more songs about that topic nowadays. I feel like nostalgia bait is just super heavy now, especially with AI shit. Just using the fuck out of that.
Oh God, yes, people are
Like,
really stuck in their pits with that.
have you seen that weird ass AI ad of 2002 Walmart?
I think I have,
Like,
yes.
if if 2002 Walmart is the height of your nostalgia, then what was your childhood had to have been very boring. Like, it's fine to have memories of it, but like, ever making a whole AI thing that all of that. is a decision someone made.
God, I was listening to an episode of Stavi's World, and one of the callers had mentioned that his mother had started sending him, like his like semi-estranged mother started sending him these AI pictures of like a mother, of like a woman and her toddler child with like the caption, "This used to be us," ellipsis. And then the thought was you would send like an AI photo of a mother with her son to your son, but not an actual photo of you with your son, and say, "This used to be us."
God, I really.
Like that is so many. Like that's one call, but that's so many people are doing shit like that.
That just makes me sad. Honestly, AI stuff just makes me sad in general, especially about how do you even train old people or just anyone over 40 to recognize it? Or can you even?
I mean, I'll report with my best efforts to let you know. I mean, I don't have to deal with it zero at my job, so we'll see. It's coming, and it's gonna keep infecting the world.
Yeah.
Unless
But
unless OpenAI crashes and burns next year, which it probably could. That company, there's no way that company is profitable like ever.
yeah, it's like I'm just I'm just waiting for that bubble to burst.
TikTok,
Uh,
it's bursting soon.
But yeah, that's enough about that. Let's go back to to the great let's go back to art, like actual art.
We're made by a person.
Yeah, and some great art at that. Is I do really like the next song, "Island of Wonder." 'Cause I love the snappy percussion on it.
This one is pleasant sounding as shit. Though it does sound like background music to if they ever made a movie called My Big Fat Portuguese Wedding.
Oh God,
I imagine this would be
yeah,
in the background.
probably. I also really like there's a warbly synth about 2 minutes in. I really like the warbly synth.
Oh, forgot about the warbly synth. Yeah, that one was like a
Yeah,
nice little thing to see.
yeah. The song itself is about the feelings she has as a kid, when visiting various tropical islands across the ocean.
Makes sense. This sounds like a very tropical islandsy type of song.
Yeah, it makes me feel content.
Valid.
And then we close things off with a 6.5 minute track, "Childhood Dreams," and this is actually 6.5 minutes. There's no hidden track.
Yep, a 6.5 minute closer on a pop album. Boom.
Yeah. Oh
Boom.
yeah, like this album is very ambitious,
We
and
sure
this is
know
like
how to pick them. Our first pop albums. These are so typical of the genres that they are inside of.
yeah, pop do be known for its 6 minute songs.
Yeah. Anyway, this
Yeah,
might be the best song we've talked about this whole episode.
honestly, Powerless is probably my favorite, but like this is so good.
It's so good. It's so big. It's just a huge
Yeah.
sounding song. I mean, I
Oh
think maybe
yeah,
that.
and
Yeah, that's why I did the explosions in the sky comparison. I think because it does sound big, but it sounds like it kind of reaches that level of build and payoff within like a much shorter amount of time and like more than once too. It's very very well done.
yeah, and not only that, but the songwriting is some of her best. Like she just gets straight into it and lets everything out.
Yeah. No.
Like it, and apparently the song was recorded in a church.
Does make sense. It's. I mean, those bells come in, and it's like, damn, writing down this shit on bells. I'm very on the record being pro bells. in music.
Yeah, bells are really cool.
The phone dropped.
Like, yeah, Nelly Furtado is just a really good singer-songwriter.
Turns out she is. Who would have
Yeah.
thunk?
Yeah, like I really underestimated her. I gotta listen to more of her stuff. Like I know even if even if she doesn't ever sound like this again, like I imagine she's still a consistently great songwriter, and that can, and clearly I already know she can adapt to many sounds.
I mean, I'm Like a Bird might be one of my favorite pop songs of the 2000s decade, if I'm being frank.
It is a
So
really good song. I do love it. Promiscuous is definitely my favorite of her pop hits.
yeah, that one's
Probably
just
the
got
best.
credentials.
Probably the best non-Aaliyah Timbaland song too.
Ooh, big claim, but it might be true.
Yeah, it was like 2006 was just a really big year for Timbaland in general, but I always stand by his best work being his beats for Aaliyah.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable
Yeah,
thing
it's
to
like
say.
just listen to the deep cut "What If" off of self-titled. Like that that's an unhinged beat. Like it almost sounds industrial.
Oh, maybe you got to go back and listen to Aaliyah. Maybe for
Oh
an
yeah,
episode.
maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, Nelly Furtado's Folklore.
It was pretty good. Damn, I liked it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it's been on my list for a while. Like my December has been a mild curiosity, but Folklore was the main reason I wanted to do this.
Nice. Well, I'm glad we did do this. This was a very fun little look into very interesting and left field releases from artists that we kind of have this preconceived idea of based on the fact that of their careers and the contents of them, but some pretty worthwhile examinations and releases all the same.
Yeah, exactly. For my December, I'd probably go. On a good day, I'd say a light 7, but like it's probably closer to a 6, even though I do have a fair number of songs starred, but that's pretty much entirely for the music and not the songwriting. And this is her singer-songwriter album.
Yeah, I think I would probably give it a 5 for similar reasons.
Yeah, like because like it starts and ends strong, but there's just a lot of middle stuff that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
And
yeah, same.
Folklore is an 8, and
Yeah, I would
I
agree. It is an 8. I like it. It's very lush. It's beautiful. It's charming. It's likable. But it is like I don't know. I think the word I can't really say anything bad about it. I as much as saying that some of these songs don't live up to the others, and then at worst it is just kind of a average. Like its worst parts are just average sounding, which
yeah,
could do a lot worse than that. But I wish
yeah,
it kind of
exactly.
I wish it hit its highs more often. I guess.
Yeah, like yeah, it's just it was a very welcoming, it was a very welcoming album.
Mm-hmm. So charming.
Yeah. So before um, nope, actually there's no before. You want to announce the next theme because this one's pretty different.
It's gonna be a little different because we are doing our 2025 year in review kind of sort of retrospective, where basically we're each going to talk about 3 albums that we liked over the year and then expand our thoughts on some other big musical happenings of this past year.
Oh yeah, and keep in mind we're probably not gonna, even though we are gonna talk about those albums. We'll and we did. I did say I do want to talk about pop more. 2025 is kind of a bad year to talk about pop.
It really is. Alex Warren happened this year. My God.
I still haven't heard Ordinary.
You're not missing much.
Seems like the kind of thing that I just think is like mediocre, but I wouldn't hate it. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting year. But, we're gonna just kind of take the space to kind of reflect on the year we've had, as well as, hey, we've been doing this one for this will be the 17th episode. So, we've been doing this for a bit now. And yeah, we're just going to do a little end of the year thing and then resume with normal episodes after that as soon as possible.
Yep, and by the way, we're not telling you the albums. You're just going to have to wait until the episode comes out.
Spoiler alert. Geese is not one of mine.
Geese is not one of mine either.
People have been talking about Geese enough this year.
Yeah,
why are they on Jimmy Kimmel? That makes no sense to me.
I am definitely going to be talking about more obscure albums.
One of them, two of them are obscure. We'll get to it. But anyway.
My name is Mageclick.
My name is Foxx Navarro.
And here's to a 2026.
And Merry Christmas if you're Eastern Orthodox and or Alawite.
Yep.
Come on, we're gonna do it. He's gonna get back in power.
And here's to hope. And here's to hoping that my ear is fully restored by the soon. But it has been treated. I have seen a professional. They did put powder in my ear, and I've had some unhinged dreams since then. I'm gonna make this y'all's problem, and then I'm gonna end the episode. I had a dream that Billie Eilish got part of her head chomped off by a carnivorous plant, and Josh Homme from Queens of Stone Age and Kelly Okereke from Block Party witnessed it alongside me.
Damn! Why didn't they give you the powder that makes you have normal dreams when they did that?
I don't know, but her brain was visible during that too, and she was screaming. It's like it freaked me out.
Damn! How do you know Josh Homme didn't do it himself? Why is he looking? I assume he's so innocent.
Josh Homme and Kelly Okereke were in on it together.
I mean, do we know for a fact that they weren't? We should subpoena them for their dream knowledge.
Though Kelly's British though, so good luck with that.
Oh, I know how to deal with British law.
Ew.
I know. How
to by the way, we're ending it on this note. Y'all have some sweet dreams now. Bye.
That's odd.